Welcome back to News 3 Today, a National Historic Landmark that displays one of the finest examples of Gothic Revival architecture in the South. Savannah's Green-Meldrim House has a host of happenings this month. Jamie Cradle is the Executive Director of the museum, and she joins us now with more. We have so much to talk about, so little time. Thank you so much for being here today.
It's been a treat.
It's a treat, yes. Okay, so before we get into the what, let's talk about the history behind the Green-Meldrim House, because this was General Sherman's headquarters during the Civil War.
That's right. It was built in 1853 for a cotton factor named Charles Green. And then following the march to the sea, General Sherman made that his headquarters. It's where he wrote the famous telegram giving Savannah to President Lincoln for Christmas, 1864. And of course, very importantly, 20 African-American preachers met in that house. And the result of that was what we call Special Field Order 15, or 40 acres and a mule. So lots of very important American history that happened in this house.
So, but in 1876, you're talking about the perspective of two cities, Savannah and Philadelphia.
Right, we're putting together a theatrical. We like to help people understand their past, and so we're talking about the American Centennial. As we approach the 250th anniversary, it's kind of fun to look back 150 years, and so it's we talk about Philadelphia and going to this grand exposition. It's kind of like going to Epcot for the first time. All of these halls of treasures, and they introduced kettle corn at that exhibition, and then we talk about Savannah and Savannah's people's experiences in Philadelphia, but also it was a terrible year for the yellow fever epidemic. So that had still not rectified itself until the 20th century. So the terrible things that were happening in Savannah. So people in bustle dresses and all that kind of thing.
Hence the title, The Best of Times, the Worst of Times.
Yeah, we took that from Charles Dickens, but it could have described Savannah 1876.
So when folks come, what can they expect?
Well, we'll have, again, a number of our players are going to be in historic costumes. We'll get to see the house in the evening. We'll talk about travel, and we'll do a magic lantern show where we see photographs that were taken of the Philadelphia Exposition. We'll talk about the very contentious presidential election. This year is not any exception to those terrible things. And so we talk about that election, and then we'll talk about the yellow fever epidemic upstairs and the idea that maybe we should correct our sanitation issues. Yeah. But it's an interesting way to introduce people to that time period, and it's fun to do original theater that way.
What do you think is the highlight of this event?
I think it's seeing the magic lantern show and just seeing the house in the evening. And our players are very excited to put the show on. Okay,
so tell folks how they can get involved and how they can come see the show.
Well, on the website, greenmeldrimhouse.org, you can get tickets. It's every Thursday and Saturday except the 19th of October at 6:30. They can call the house or they can email at info@greenmeldrimhouse.org.
All right, thank you so much for joining us today.
What a treat.
What a treat, and so much going on. I mean, this is one of the many things going on this month. So just go to their website and you can get to their website, but go into our website at wsav.com/GMH events. Jamie Cradle, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.